And who's your friend here, if I may be so bold? And what's wrong with his voice?
Oh, he's no feeling so good. Last night he had a duck for dinner. It keep him awake 6 hours. Up and down, up and down, up and down.
Well, last night I had my secretary for dinner. And that's another story. But look here, we have to prepare for an examination of this man's sigmoid colon. Nurse?
Yes, Doctor?
Let's get this equipment sterilized and put these 2 men in scrubs. On second thoughts, put the equipment in scrubs and get these 2 men sterilized. Why, add to the jackass population in the world.
There, Doctor.
Okay then, Mr. Clodpole, you may feel some slight pain at first, but give it a minute, you'll be in agony.
The Klutz brothers, A Day at the Proctologist. Now, we spoke earlier, Frankie, of secret societies. Who were the particular shadowy figures that inspired you in those days?
Billy, the bastard Bentley, was an early hero. Mad Kenny, the clawhammer Carter, and Eddie, for Christ's sake, get him off me Johnson. And, of course, Jack, the positron emission tomographer McVitie. Oh, there was a man ahead of his time.
Were you academically gifted as a child?
Not at all, no. My father was always terribly keen I should learn a musical instrument, and so he bought me a flute, which I didn't get on with at all. I had this problem with saliva, you see, all the while dribbling out everywhere. It was most unseemly. So he got rid of the flute and sent me off to piano lessons with a teacher at the end of our road called Miss Fledermaus. Unfortunately, I had a problem dribbling saliva all over her as well. So that never really worked out.
All right, let's have another snippet, Frankie. You've opted for a piece called Class Struggle by Mace and Dixon.
Yes, Jason Mason Dixon. I remember the night their first TV series began in the 60s, Below the Line. Our local pub was empty. They just had a tip-off. Someone had planted a Max Bygrave single in the jukebox. So we all went home and watched this.
And here we have the new science block, as you can see.
Oh, very light and airy.
It's light and airy, as you say. It was designed with those very 2 adjectives in mind. Morning, Spilsley.
Good morning, Headmaster.
With this particular room constructed on an open-plan system with folding doors to keep the whole thing infinitely flexible. Everything under control today, Spilsley?
Under control, Headmaster, absolutely. Everything's just the ticket since you asked.
Good. This is Miss Trickleforth, who'll be joining us in the library. This is Mr. Cecil Spilsley, one of our longest-serving junior masters.
Yes. How do you do?
I'm very well, thank you. Extremely well, and you?
Have 4C been giving you trouble again, Spilsley?
4C? Goodness heavens above. That will be the day. 4C give me trouble? I should think so. The very idea.
They've stapled him to the blackboard again. Now, through here...
I beg your pardon, Headmaster. I don't see why you should just jump to that conclusion. That fallacious and, if I may say so, highly improbable reading of the situation. Stapled me to the blackboard. I've never heard of such a thing.
They've stapled you to the blackboard, Spilsley, in very much their customary fashion, as I'm sure Miss Trickleforth will have noticed the minute she walked in. As a qualified librarian, she's trained to observe these things. She's trained, Spilsley, to notice a man spread-eagled before her, with his arms and legs splayed wide, halfway up the wall, wearing a dunce's cap and the words knob end daubed across his forehead in green ink. It's the kind of less than everyday detail that won't have escaped her attention.
No, I wouldn't want Miss Trickleforth to be misled by your, if I might venture, Headmaster, rather hasty misreading of what in actuality is more in the way of a visual teaching aid.
A visual teaching aid, Spilsley?
Yes, you see, when I ask the class to calculate the volume of a cone, I find it of considerable benefit to their grasp of the situation if I just, as it were, pop one on my head for a bit, stimulate their imagination, bring the subject alive, and then, when we come to study the properties of light, the fact that it must always travel in a straight line, this being the crucial fact about a ray of light to remember, that there's no bend, you see, no bend in a ray of light. Terribly important, those 2 words, to impress.
Shut up, Spilsley!
Yes, Headmaster. Sorry, Headmaster.
Why can't you behave like a grown man, which you very nearly almost aren't, and admit they stapled you to the blackboard?
It's not true, sir.
Say it!